All right, welcome back. Sorry about that last one. I cut off in kind of a weird space, so I'm just gonna talk about Bacon's Rebellion from the beginning. So Bacon's Rebellion is this uprising that happens in colonial Virginia. It's led by Nathaniel Bacon against the governor, William Berkeley. Now, William Berkeley and the ruling class at this time are really pushing the rest of the people into a pretty significant economic hardship. They're also paying incredibly high taxes, and the prices of tobacco, which is kind of the main industry, right, in Virginia at the time, are falling. So people are making less money, the high taxes are still coming, and essentially, economically, people are struggling. They're also facing a lot of conflicts with the native peoples. So Nathaniel Bacon is going to essentially start this civil conflict, and eventually he will burn the town of Jamestown, and then before his death. Now the rebellion will ultimately collapse after Bacon's death, and Berkeley will be recalled, and he'll impose some greater control with the planter elite. And eventually this contributes to an intense amount of growth of slavery in the state of Virginia. So really the economic hardships are the big thing to remember from Bacon's Rebellion as the biggest cause. Tobacco prices are falling, but the colonists are still being required to pay these high taxes. Frontier farmers are at the losing end economically. There's also all of these growing tensions with the Native Americans on the frontier. So as people are trying to settle, they're going to see Native peoples as a obstacle. And at this time, we're still enslaving Native Americans. So Native Americans will be pretty valuable in terms of enslavement at this time. Now, in July of 1676, Bacon and his volunteers will attack some Native Americans. They're defying Governor Berkeley, who wanted to live in peace with the natives. Berkeley's administration is frustrating Bacon and his friends. And essentially, Bacon and his friends are going to say that Berkeley and his administration are incredibly corrupt, and that they favored the elites over the regular people. So on September 19th of 1676, Bacon's forces will march into Jamestown, and essentially they're going to burn Jamestown to the ground. In 1677, the rebellion will end. In October of 1676, Bacon will die. He gets a really bad fever. And rapidly his rebellion is going to collapse by 1677. I'm so sorry. By 1677, the rebellion will have ended, and English troops and commissioners will basically restore order and investigate the event. Berkeley gets recalled to England. The burning of Jamestown becomes a significant part of Jamestown's history. It also is a huge blow to the colony. And the rebellion will solidify the power of the wealthy planters and accelerate a shift from industrialization to slavery within the colony of Virginia. Virginia will remain a slave state, as we all know. So, moving on, we're going to see a lot of struggle for Americans, right? Throughout the next 25 years in North America, the British North American population will double. We'll see slavery emerge in the colonies, and we're going to see a really tough colonial life with social classes starting to emerge. There are definitely haves and have-nots within society. Women are going to have incredibly hard lives. They're considered more like property than human beings. And they even have a dowry from their fathers when they get married. So when someone asks a wife to marry them, the father of the wife will then provide the soon-to-be husband with a dowry, which is an amount of money to basically take care of your daughter for the rest of their lives, right? So basically, in this transaction, the husband becomes the boss of this wife. He's able to make all decisions, and he basically gets to decide everything, even how they spend this dowry from her parents. And essentially, they get to do this until women are widowed. If a woman is widowed, she does have some rights on her own in some colonies. Women will work hard. Some women even hold traditionally male jobs at this time. Puritan law continues to prevail. We see a strict adherence to biblical values, things like no sex before marriage. Men and women continue to not be treated equally, both within courts and as a part of their, like within punishments and things. Women and men are going to be treated significantly different. All right, we'll be back to talk soon.